River Show. Pat O'Melia here. You there? Well, I do the show because you're there. Got my lukewarm coffee. I think I got a leaky container. Not the type of container I normally get. I get the styrofoam, even though it's not politically correct to use styrofoam anymore, but it holds. This one I think is leaking, and I got quite a few of them. The second one today, that's leaking. Well, before we get in the show, make sure you get all your Christmas shopping done. Get everything, whether you're doing it physically or if you're doing it online, get it done as early as possible. You know, there's all sorts of chain supply problems, driver problems. I don't know. Amazon seems to have a lot of trucks around. UPS seems to have a lot of trucks around. So I don't know about the delivery at FedEx and the post office, of course. But, you know, get it done early. If you're going shopping, get that done early. For that matter, Toys R Us has reopened. They have a store out in the American Mall. We'll talk about it later on in the show. I am a big fan and always was of Toys R Us. For that matter, I worked there for a while. I was Mr. Nintendo. We'll get into that later in the show. But it was a fun job. When I first started on the radio, I worked there to interact with customers to help my verbal skills and the ability to talk to people, even though I can pretty much talk to a wall. Today on the show, don't forget everything on the bottom of the screen. You know, love us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, or subscribe to us on YouTube and Twitter and Instagram and live stream, which is our base streaming network. Download the app. You got a lot of programming besides just us there, and we archive all our shows. Today we're going to talk, there's a Jiffy Lube. There's another one looking for a location in Toms River. We're going to talk about Jiffy Lube. No problem with Jiffy Lube myself. Just want to educate you a little bit about bargain oil changes. Burger King. Oh, I had a horrible experience at Burger King, and I made sure they had a horrible experience at Burger King. The one on Route 37 West, just before Route 166. Toys R Us are going to talk about that. I always like that store. And we're going to talk about Dan Roderick was then doing Christmas wishes. We're going to talk about the county's menorah lighting, a lot of other things. Right now, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tots River Show. I'll be right back.
Introducing the all-new Ford Maverick. A truck for people who do stuff. And people who make stuff. People like Gabrielle Union.
I make this look good, don't I?
Who haul whatever they want to wherever they want. Like wood to build things made of wood with. And friends to get weird with. It's for long trips that the standard hybrid engine with a targeted EPA estimated city fuel economy rating of 40 miles per gallon helps with. That an 8-inch touchscreen connects with. And any trip that this interior makes more comfortable. We'll let Gabrielle tell you all about it.
Or I could just tell them it's a Ford truck that starts at less than $20,000 MSRP.
Yep, that works too. The all-new Ford Maverick, built to defy expectations.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. We're back. Pat O'Melia here. You there? I got a haircut. I'm looking at the monitor. Actually, wouldn't hurt to dye my hair again. Maybe for the holidays. Go see Leo on Route 37. Jiffy Lube. They're looking to open another location in Toms River. Now, I have no issue with Jiffy Lube. You know, they've been around. They've had some issues in the past. They closed and they're back. Beware of any cheap oil changes. If you see a sign, oil change for $25 or $29, run the other way. Or there is no way in hell you're getting your oil change for $29. I don't care what it is. If you go to Jiffy Lube, you're probably walking out of there paying $80, which, you know what, is pretty much the going rate for an oil change. I don't care how much they buy in bulk at Jiffy Lube or any of those other quick lube places. You're better off doing this yourself or at your regular place you get your car service. Develop a relationship with a repair center, a shop somewhere, CNC. on Route 37 here by Clinton Avenue. It did a good job with me. I would recommend them. Two young guys trying to make a go of it. One guy's been in there a while. The younger guy, he's looking to make a go of it there. You want quality oil in your car. You want a quality oil filter on your car. You want quality technicians, mechanics, who if they see something, they can realize there's something wrong, and they might be able to fix it. I'm not sure oil change techs can do that. And especially with your new cars, there are so many different oils now. You got there's zero weight oils. Yeah, you got to be very careful that you get top quality oil. I do my own oil changes. I Amazon, you can get very good prices on castor oil, high mileage. It comes in the 5-quart jug. You get your filters. I would strongly recommend mobile oil filters, especially the high mileage. That's what I use. Good for like 15,000, 20,000 miles. I actually spoke to Mobile Filter Division. Now, they're suggesting I can run oil for 20,000 miles on that filter. I know I can get 3 or 4 oil changes when I'm keeping fresh oil in there. They wouldn't go on record saying, yes, that would work. But they agreed. So I'm going to put a 20,000 mile filter on my cars. I use quality oil. And I'm going to change my oil every 3,500 miles. And I'm going to probably get 3 or 4 oil changes out of that 20,000 mile filter. Now, in 2 of my cars, it's a real pain in the butt to get to the filter. The Lincoln, I have a 2007 Lincoln, my highway car. Very problematic to get to that. You got to be a contortionist. If you're up on a lift, you can get to it. You're working off a Magic Creeper in a garage, it's a problem. So normally what I'll do when it comes up to that oil change, whether it's the 4th one, I'll bring it up to Goya, my main shop in Jersey City. I do like CNC, but I'm a Jersey City guy. I'll bring it up there. I'll give them my oil and the filter. They'll do it. I do my own oil sticker. I tell myself how many oil changes I have left on that filter. You've got to be very careful when you're taking care of your car. Or another thing you got to do, if you're thinking about going to a Jiffy Lube or a Quick Lube place, check them out on Google and on Yelp. See what the ratings are. And they all seem to have a common thread. I just was doing some Googling on Burger King recently. There's a common thread about you go in at one price and you leave at another. You're not getting your oil. Listen, you go to AutoZone here on 37, you're going to pay about $7 a quart. And you depending on your car, you're going to use 5 or 6 quarts, some of them 7 quarts. What is it, the Lincoln? The Lincoln uses a lot of oil. It uses 7 quarts with a filter. If you can't change your oil yourself, pick up the oil and pick up the oil filter. Go to a place you have a good reputation, or a good relationship with your shop. They'll let you supply the oil and the oil filter. A lot of shops don't like to do that because they're marking you up on the parts. They're marking it up 40, maybe even more. I don't like shops supplying the parts. I like to pick up my own parts. I deal a lot with Buywise Auto in Jersey City. Chet will get me top quality parts. For that matter, he knows I only want top quality parts on my car. Some shops, you're looking for a front end piece. They might get something from China that'll last a year or so. I want something made in America, quality parts. I'm handing it to you. You just install it. For that matter, we should really fight to get our assembly people. They have the right to repair, especially if you have Teslas or these electric cars, a right to repair, and the right to supply your own parts. This way you have top quality parts going on your car. But like I said earlier, no knock on Jiffy Lube. You see that $25 or $29 oil change, don't believe it. If you can, change your own. If not, bring it to the place you normally have your car serviced. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom Driver Show. I'll be right back. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights. Your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or a quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
We're back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. Me and my opponent here, the timer remote. We do not get along. Yesterday, working on the cars during the day, worked on the kids' house, went food shopping. I did a lot on a Sunday. I was actually in the studio for a while, worked on some Arlo cameras. Yeah, actually, I get to the point where I hate the weekends because I'm killing myself on the weekends. And with 2 bad knees, I'm really killing myself. So we decide, let's get some fast food. I wanted Chinese, but the wife said, no, let's get some Impossible Burgers at Burger King. But I'm out of there to sale on. We go to the Burger King at Route 37 West. Kind of a dingy Burger King. It's not open on the inside. You got to go around to the drive-thru. They could probably clean it up a bit. There's no inside service. That's all locked up. You have to go to the drive-thru. I think every fast food place on 37, you can go inside. If not to eat, at least pick up your order and interact with the people. On 37, no, the Burger King. This is the one just before 166 on the westbound side. We're going for 2 Impossible Burgers. That's it. Like I said, I want a Chinese. Just 2 burgers. Your whole job, your only job is to get me 2 Impossible Burgers for my wife and I. No good. I got someone else's order. Now, the guy hands me the bag. I give him the card, pay for it, gives me the bag. I hand the bag to the wife. Put the car in drive, and we're pulling up, I guess about 3/4 of the way, and the wife says, there's French fries in this bag. That's what he means, because I must put fries in there. I said, maybe it's something new. She looks at it, this isn't the order. So now remember, I can't go inside. I'm going to have to go around again. And at that Burger King, it's not like you can go around the building. You have to go out back on 37 and come back around. So I had to back up alongside the drive-thru to get back on the drive-thru line, so I can get my order right. We finally get back up to the window. There's my buddy. And the thing is, I always check the bag, but it was only 2 burgers. You know, your whole job is to get me 2 burgers. How can you screw that? But screwed up. That was mistake 1, not checking the bag. So we pull back up, finally get to the window. I tell the guy, listen, this order's wrong. You know, we're supposed to have 2 Impossible Burgers. We don't have the 2 Impossible Burgers. We didn't order French fries. He goes, yeah, look at the bag. Yeah, you got the burgers in there. So there's not. And there's French fries. We didn't order French fries. He goes, that's it. Check the bag. So, listen, buddy. I checked the bag. And he closes the window on me and starts taking other orders. You can see him doing the things, got the mic on. I'm being ignored here. I don't get ignored. That doesn't work here. You know people who get crapped on in life, I use a better term, but we can't on television, are people who allow themselves to get crapped on in life. I am not one of them. One of the reasons I'm very good at consumer issues, on municipal and county issues, because I'm determined. And there's a lot of fighter in me. And there's that angry Pat that's inside. And sometimes he come out. And when you close the window and basically ignore me and start taking other orders, angry Pat appears. So this guy and his manager, woman, who, when I looked on Google and Yelp, seemed to describe this woman, told me I'm holding up the line. You know, you're holding up the line. You got to pull away. But I pull over to the side. I said, listen, I am the line. Now I had to beat my horn to get their attention over the window. We're straightening this out. Then as they're arguing with me about, we got to move the line. I said, listen. Then Angry Pat came out. And I made it certain, in no uncertain terms, how I felt about this. So after I'm dissing these two dumbasses, at this point I'm like, just give me my money back. I don't even want the damn sandwich. And they hand me $6. The guy's handing me like $6. I'm like, I'm doing all this for friggin' $6. But Angry Pat's there. So I tell him, so listen, you picked the wrong guy in Tom's River to do this. Yeah, I have a Tom's River television show. I will get to this in the morning. Again, no uncertain terms and some particular colorful language I use. So I get here in the morning, and I start doing my due diligence. You know, the same thing I do when you guys give me a consumer issue, a municipal issue, but usually consumer issues. I want to get the background on the restaurant, the business, the car dealership, whatever it is. So I go to Google. Yelp I like a lot also. I go there, and I start looking at reviews, and first thing I look at is the score. And on Yelp, this Burger King on Route 37 West, just before 166, has a 1.5 stars. Right off the bat, you know you got an issue. On Google, it was a little better. It was 3 out of 5. But there was a common thread through all these complaints. And we're going to break for commercial. We'll come back. I'll finish the Burger King and we'll get on. But there's a common thread through the whole thing. But right now, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be back.
Good Friend Self Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self Storage. Let us be your good friend.
Panapinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintodevelopment.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
We're back. Let's continue with Burger King. You're watching the Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. So like I said, I come to the studio, I do my due diligence, I start doing the research, I get the phone number, you know, what type of store. I'm pretty sure it's a corporate store. Actually, I'm positive now because there's a general manager. I call the place in the morning and say, I'd like to speak to the manager. And what's this concerning? And I said, well, I had an incident last night. I had a problem there. I would like to discuss this. Now, it was completely unprofessional, and I want satisfaction here. This woman is like dodging every question I could give. And why are you asking that? Why are you asking this? I don't think I can do that. I said, listen, I host a television show. I'm going to do a segment on this today. I'd like to get some answers. And that's when she got a little concerned. And she goes, well, listen, you got to talk to my general manager. She'll be here tomorrow. And actually hung the friggin' phone up on me. You know, you want to piss me off more than you did last night? Do that. So what I will do tomorrow, I will, again, my due diligence, I will get in touch again with this Burger King. As you know, as we did with the recently with the furnace people, I will talk to the general manager. I will get my satisfaction out of this. But it's a shame because not only did I get the wrong order, somebody got my order. So I'm not the only person inconvenienced. There's somebody else. And what bothers the hell out of me is they have no respect for your time or the inconvenience to you. And I know people say, well, you know, they can't get people to work. Let me tell you something. White Castles, they got people. We gave up on Burger King. We went over to Popeyes and got 2 chicken sandwiches. Immediately, no problem. They have people. There's an issue with this Burger King. You don't have it at the Burger 25. You don't have it at the Wendy's. You don't have it at the KFC. You don't have it at the Popeye. There's an issue here. So for now, I would be careful. But like I said, it was a common thread with all the reviews, the night shift, this particular woman working the night shift, and the problems they have with the customers there. So I'll keep you posted on that for next week. You know, I may have to come in and do a special on this. We'll see how it goes because we're going to start getting into the holiday season, so I'm thinking this is the last Tom's River show of the year, but we'll see on this. Toys R Us is back. I mentioned that before. I am a Toys R Us kid. I like Toys R Us with my daughters. We always went there. For that matter, my youngest daughter, Gina, was real little. She called Toys R Us Car Go. She wanted the car to go to Toys R Us. And it was a great store for a kid. I'm a big kid. I'm still a big kid. I love Toys R Us. And for that matter, I worked for Nintendo for many years as Mr. Nintendo. I was the guy you would come up to and discuss NES, NES, the original Nintendo, or the Super NES. That was during my time. And I did it for like 3-4 years. All competition with Sega. And I would try to talk you out of buying a Sega, that sort of thing. And I would talk to you about all the games. I do reviews on the games, that sort of thing. And I liked Toys R Us. It was a fun store. It was fun dealing with all the people, except for the day after Christmas. Bad. Tough day in the store, in the retail business, day after. I would go through the store, and I would memorize everything in that store. I'd walk every aisle, and I would go into the stock, and I would see what's in boxes they didn't bring out yet. And I knew where everything in that store was. For that matter, over the years, a lot of the women would go, they wouldn't even ask the manager, just the Nintendo guy there, go ask him. He knows where everything is in the store. Toys R Us is opening a pop-up store. Well, this might be more than a pop-up store in the American Mall in East Rutherford, and hopefully this is successful. And they're talking about branching it out to other malls. Hopefully the Ocean County Mall can get it. Because Toys R Us, when they went out of business, it wasn't because they didn't have business or they didn't have product. The problem was there was a whole new ownership that leveraged them out to the hilt. They bled every dollar out of Toys R Us. They took that giraffe and got every ounce of blood out of them. And eventually there was no way Toys R Us could succeed. But until then, that was a great store. Everything was always in stock. If it wasn't in stock that day, it was there the next day, and they would actually put it on the side for you, give you a little note. And that's how we did it. I worked in the North Bergen store. It was just a great store. The only problem I had with it is they started remodeling it, like like the IKEAs. You go to an IKEA, it's like you're trapped. You're in a maze. You can't find your way out. I like aisles. That was the only thing that may have hurt their business was the IKEA adoption of the floor layout. But it was a great store. My kids loved it. Whatever you needed, a video game, you had it there. You had the board games, whatever you needed. It was a huge store full of toys. No knocking Amazon, and I'm sure they got tons of toys. They don't buy many toys anymore. But you went there, you got the toy, it was in your hand, and you went home with it. You weren't waiting for the delivery. So hopefully that store is successful, and hopefully it does well, and they bring up these pop-up stores to other malls for the Christmas holiday. But they are online, Toys R Us. ToysRUs.com. You can order there. Again, good selection of toys. Former Toys R Us guy and a former Toys R Us kid. Actually, not a former. I'm still a Toys R Us kid. We're going to break the commercial. We'll be right back.
Ford made their first all-electric SUV a Mustang. Rapid acceleration, reactive handling, 300-mile range. You control how it feels and how it sounds. It knows you. It dials into your preferred settings. It has an array of driver assist technology. Cameras and sensors enhance your awareness and provide you with additional control. But it's more than cutting-edge technology. It's the spirit of it. It's a Mustang.
We're back. Pat O'Melia here. Tom's River Show instead of the Toys R Us Show. Really enjoyed working at Toys R Us those years. But it was amazing. I don't know how I was able to do that, but I could have memorized everything from the game wall to every aisle. I knew what it was. I'll never forget when we went up to the store manager. We're in aisle 1C, I think it was. And she's asking for ants in my pants. And she goes, do you have any? Oh, the store manager goes, no, we don't have any ants in the pants. And this woman was next to her said, no, don't ask him. Ask the Nintendo guy. He knows where everything is. And the manager and this woman look at me, and the woman goes, do you have ants in your pants? And I said, yeah, it's in overstock in 2C. I think it was like we had 8 of them left. Boy, that store manager was like really embarrassed. But he was a decent guy. But yes, we did have the ants in the pants. All right, quick hits. Yeah, Danny Roderick was in here this week doing Christmas wishes. You'll see it on social media. We're bringing everybody in, pretty much the Seaside group and Tom's River group. Mayor Boz was in here. Dave Scott, the whale man from the Casino Pier, was in here. After the holidays, we're going to sit down with Dan, and we're going to go into a little bit of detail on the weed ban, because we discussed it, somewhat here during the wishes. That is a huge mistake for Tom's River. You are going to deal with all the expense and the nonsense that's going to be involved with legal weed, and you're not getting any of the benefit to town. You're not getting any money out of this. And, there's money to be made. And in this day and age, you got to grab all the money you can. It's like they just boosted the short-term rental and motel and hotel taxes 3%. Well, you're grabbing money. That kind of money should go towards property tax relief for Toms River. Maybe you want to start something where we do something particular in Toms River for seniors after the revalve is done here, that we can offset it. People are on a fixed income. They're in their 70s, 80s, and after that reval, your property taxes could go. I've seen it in Jersey City, where after the reval, we didn't do one for 28 years in Jersey City. Property taxes in the downtown. Now listen, I'm not defending people in downtown. For the longest time, they knew their brownstone was worth about $5 million a year, but they were paying taxes on brownstone assessed at like $150,000 a year. So when that reval was done, people in downtown, some of them went from like $6,000 a year to $43,000 a year. But they always knew they were getting by because we didn't do a reval for 28 years. But we should do something to help the seniors. So maybe you use the marijuana money, direct that to offset property taxes for seniors on a fixed income. There's other things you can do. Ocean County Commissioners, they held their first menorah lighting recently. Right out of the county complex there. They had the menorah was all lit up. Well, the first candle. I guess the Ocean County Commissioners didn't want to rush in. They wanted to see if this Hanukkah thing was going to take hold or was it going to be a fad, Yeah, you don't want to jump into something like Hanukkah unless it has legs. Because you got to go out and buy this, the 8 candles. You want to be sure. So in 2021, the Ocean County Commissioners finally had their first menorah lighting. I guess that Hanukkah thing's gonna be around for a while. Thank you, Ocean County Commissioners. Seaside Heights. They're gonna have their annual tree lighting on December the 10th. It's going to be at the Carousel Pavilion. So yeah, you can go right after the 10th, and that's a Friday. So you figure the weekend you go there, you get some pictures with the big tree, you're at the pavilion, take a look at the new carousel building. Someday the carousel itself will be there. As far as I know, they haven't sent the parts out yet to be restored, so it might be a while. But eventually, it'll happen in Seaside Heights. There will be a carousel in the carousel pavilion, but you can go look at the tree, get some pictures with the tree, and the weather's decent. Hang out on the boardwalk a little bit. Toys for Tots in Toms River. They're having their drop-off at Town Hall Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30. The earlier you can get there if you're going to donate an unwrapped toy, the better it is for everybody so they can process everything, so they know they just don't run in there the last minute. So maybe you go to Toys R Us at the American Mall. I probably wouldn't go there. I would go online. Or you want to shop locally here. Pick up a toy. Go to Big Lots. They got a lot of toys at a reasonable price there. You go, Walmart, whatever you want to do, and drop it off at Town Hall, but don't wait forever to do that. And in Seaside Heights, yes, we're getting out of that pandemic, the Polar Bear Plunge is now scheduled for February. So if you're one of those people that like to jump into ice-cold water on a freezing day in February, you're in luck. They're going to be doing that here in Seaside Heights in February. All right, I'm out of show. If this is the last show of the holiday season, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'll keep you posted on the Burger King thing. Good night.